Blood in the Rain story by Evelyn. The rain poured like the sky had a grudge. Chinedu ran barefoot through the muddy path, panting hard, his shirt soaked and clinging to his back. His chest rose and fell like a trapped animal's. A deep cut ran across his forehead, blood mixing with the rain, dripping into his eyes. He didn't stop to wipe it. He couldn't stop. Behind him, shadows moved, fast and silent. He gripped a small black nylon bag tighter, almost crushing it in his fist. Inside, something glowed faintly, pulsing like a living thing. He didn't know what it was, only that men had died because of it. And now they wanted him dead too. His slippers were gone. The last one had flown off when he jumped over a gutter near Mama Ifeoma's canteen. He had no time to look back. No time to think. Just run. He darted through a narrow alley between two rusting zinc fences, his left arm brushing against sharp edges. He winced but kept going. His skin was tough. Growing up in Ajigono had taught him pain was just part of the day. At the end of the alley, he burst out into the open, an abandoned basketball court, cracked and overgrown with weeds. The faded paint on the ground was barely visible. Tall trees surrounded the court like quiet guards. He stopped for a second, chest heaving, trying to hear over the rain. Silence. Too quiet. Then, a whisper of movement behind him. He spun around. A man stepped out of the shadows. Tall. Dark. Face like a chiseled stone. Bald head shining under the rain. His black jacket hung heavy on his broad shoulders, soaked but unbothered. His eyes locked on Chinedu like a lion watching wounded prey. Chinedu, the man said calmly, voice low and firm, like someone who didn't need to shout to be feared. Drop the bag. Chinedu's eyes widened. Who are you? The man didn't answer. He took one slow step forward. Chinedu stepped back, slipping slightly on the wet ground. His hand tightened on the bag. More shadows moved around the edge of the court. Two more men stepped out. One wore a green rain poncho, his eyes hidden behind dark shades even in this storm. The other had tribal marks on both cheeks and a wide grin that didn't reach his eyes. Chinedu was surrounded. He thought fast. If he ran, they'd catch him. If he stayed, they'd beat him until he gave it up, or worse. Unless. He looked down at the bag. What was in it that made these men chase him across half of Lagos? It had started 2 hours ago, with a stranger bleeding on his doorstep, whispering his name with his last breath. Protect this. Don't trust anyone. He had taken the bag without knowing why. Now he was standing in the middle of nowhere, about to die for something he didn't even understand. He looked up. The bald man was closer now. His face unreadable. Last chance, boy, he said. But Chinedu saw something else, the way the man's hand twitched near his belt. A signal. He was reaching for something. Gone. Chinedu didn't wait. He threw the bag high into the air and ran straight at the bald man. The man blinked. Just for a second. But it was enough. Chinedu slid on the wet ground, grabbed the edge of his jacket, and pulled him down. The man crashed to the ground with a grunt. Chinedu rolled away, dodging a punch from the man with the tribal marks. The bag hit the ground a few meters away with a loud thud. It burst open. Everyone froze. A soft blue light spilled out, glowing through the rain like moonlight trapped in a bottle. The bald man's eyes widened. No. Chinedu scrambled forward, grabbed the item, a small crystal wrapped in cloth, and took off again, not looking back. But he knew something had changed. Now they had seen what was inside. And now, they wouldn't just chase him. They would hunt him. As he disappeared into the storm, weaving through the city's wet streets, one thought rang loud in his head. This is bigger than me. He had to find out the truth. He had to survive the night. And somewhere, deep in the city, someone knew what the crystal really was, and why Chinedu had been chosen. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell, so you'll be notified once I post the final part. Thanks.